Good evening, wrestling fans. Michael Dole here, and welcome back to WWE here on the Nation Network. This is Raw. Joining me here in the broadcast booth, none other than the legendary Hall of Famer himself, Jesse the Body Ventura. And tonight, Jess, we're going to see a little bit of the best of everything here in the WWE.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Dallas, Texas, get ready. Nation Mania, get ready.
All right, wait a minute. That's the former CEO of the WWE. That's Mr. McMahon.
I thought he was history. What the hell's he doing back here? All right. I want all of you to just shut up for a minute. See, I know you think you know what's going on here in the WWE, but I'm here to tell you don't know squat. I may have been removed as a CEO, but I still own 51% of this company, damn it. I built this company. I bled, I sweat, and I gambled my entire future on this company. And I'll be damned if they're gonna just walk somebody in off the street and take me out. Here's the reality. As 51% owner, I still make the calls. And starting right now, Curtis Axel, you're fired. That's right. I still make the calls around here. I'm still gonna call business down the line. And I'm gonna make it very clear to everyone out there. Make no mistake about it. Vince McMahon is the man pulling the strings here in the WWE, and nothing is gonna change that. Absolutely nothing.
Well, is the boss back or what?
Well, I'll tell you right now, he's made a big statement firing Curtis Axel.
That's our television champion. Now we don't have a television champion.
Well, it's Mr. McMahon versus Mr. McSham, as Vince McSham makes his way down to the ring.
Well, Vince McMahon makes a legitimate point. He owns 51% of the company.
Yeah, well, he's not the CEO, and we're looking at a pecking order here. I gotta tell you, the CEO is gonna probably be able to pull rank over a shareholder.
Vince, it is so damn good to see you. You have no idea. Been a fan for many years. I've watched you since I was a kid growing up. But here's the thing, Vince. Along the way somewhere, you lost touch with reality. You've become a mockery of your own creation. And you've started taking the ship down with you. And that's why I'm here.
That's why you're here? You think that's why you're here? I built this company. I created the world of wrestling entertainment. I squashed every competitor along the way. I absorbed what was a region and turned it into a global empire.
I'm not going to take anything away from anything you've ever done, buddy. But what you're doing right now is the problem, and that's the reason You're on the outside looking in, and just to prove you're not quite the man you used to be, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Curtis Axel is fired. Joe Hennig remains.
You can't pull rank on me, young man. I've been here longer than you've been a thought. And no way are you taking this company away from me. You better understand that.
Well, what you need to understand is the day of the Mr. McMahon era, of the authority figure era, that's all gone. It's history. Just like you, buddy. Now, you're a 51% owner, and here's the thing you're going to love. I'm going to make you richer than you deserve to be, because I'm going to turn this thing around and going to bring it back to a point of dominance that it hasn't seen in a long time.
Boy, aren't you just full of yourself, huh? You got all the answers. You're going to make it all better. Well, there's a famous quote. Just when you think you've got all the answers, Vince McMahon changes the questions.
Like I said, somewhere along the lines, you've lost touch with reality. You've lost touch with today's product. This is not 1985 anymore, Vince. Hulk Hogan's not going to walk through those curtains and help you. You've lost the ability to develop talent, to recognize talent, which is even worse. And that's why you're on the outside looking in, and you'll stay there.
Well, feel like you've got it all figured out, don't you? You think you're gonna tell me what's what in my company? You have not heard nor seen the last of Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Oh, and something else you might want to just keep in mind, in case you get any big ideas. You can't fire me. I am 51% share owner. And unless I decide to do something about that, you will forever be in my shadow.
Well, that was a back and forth right there, a power trip if ever there were one.
The greatest legends versus the greatest superstars. The biggest, the eighth wonder of the world, the boldest. Look out! The strongest, unbelievable, the best. It's the greatest roster of all time. Hard-hitting, high-flying, over-the-top action. 2 generations, 1 ring. Matchups haven't happened until now.
All right, fans, we are back and ready for action here in our opening contest tag team matchup featuring the Usos and the Viking Raiders.
Well, a couple of tough tag teams, no doubt about it, here in the WWE, and they're getting some opportunities right now. We understand the tag team division is going to be featured.
Well, indeed, Mr. McSham is a fan favorite when it comes to tag team wrestling.
Well, Vince has made it clear over the years he was never a big fan of tag team wrestling.
Well, there was a point in time as we go for the cover here. Jimmy Uso with a near fall. There was a point in time where the tag team division dominated the WWE.
Yeah, I remember a time indeed. I mean, you had the Hart Foundation, the Killer Bees, Demolition, the Road Warriors. Big Punch right there just dropped him.
Jimmy Uso is in trouble. These Viking Raiders, they are absolutely dominant. Tonight we've got all kinds of action coming your way right here on this great program, ladies and gentlemen. The television champion was fired, but now apparently he's been rehired. We had a scheduled television title match. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, the CEO, I told you earlier, he's going to be able to pull rank. You're a shareholder, then you have only so much to say. Even if you've got 51%, that doesn't matter. That just means you have a little more voice. But you can't go around firing people just like that because you're a shareholder.
Nice move right there. The Usos and the Viking Raiders would love nothing more than to get a big win here tonight on Raw, because you know that gives them an opportunity moving up the ladder.
And that's what it's all about. Everybody wants to be the tag team champions. Everybody wants to taste the gold. And when you've done it already like the Usos have, then you just want it that much more.
And they're showing it right here as he goes for the cover, hooks a leg, but only going to get a 1 count. Tag is made. And again, the Viking Raiders trying to find a way here to get over the Usos. The Usos have been around a long time here in the WWE. They've had a lot of success. Speaking of tag teams, later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be seeing the new version of the New Day in a 6-man tag team match. After our draft last week, Kofi Kingston was left all by himself on SmackDown. We understand that the New Day have gone out and recruited a new member, and there'll be a 6-man tag match later on today to unveil who that is.
Well, I have no idea, but I tell you right now, it's going to be interesting to find out who they've got in mind.
Hammering down with that big right hand to the side of the head. And now Jimmy Uso is in trouble again, up in the air, and power bomb right down in the corner.
Well, here's the problem with that. If you're the Viking Raiders, that's not a good place to be going for it, because you're too close to their corner. Even if you'd have gone for the cover at that point in time, there's no way Jimmy wouldn't have made this save.
Jimmy or Jay, I forget. It's hard to tell these guys apart. They're nearly identical. Now from the top rope, you've got to be kidding me.
Belly to back suplex off the top rope. I've never seen anyone do that before.
I don't know who that hurt more.
That's a coin toss, because they're both coming down on their back from that top rope. It's not going to benefit either man.
There's the Irish whip to the ropes. Cross-body block, and he got him with it. There's a clothesline. Fans, the WWE World Champion is here and will be competing later tonight in a non-title match.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre is coming out here, and he's made it clear in the past he wants to be in the ring. He wants to wrestle. He wants to bring the fans an opportunity to see the world champion.
Diving tag is made, and now here comes a big opportunity for the Usos. There's a drop kick to the back.
What a mistake right there. How do you turn your back on a member of a team like the Usos?
Now I believe that's Jey Uso in the ring right now. Going to work. Look at him turning it inside out.
Referee's going to ask him if he wants to submit, and I can tell you right now he might.
Save is made, otherwise that could have been over. Went for that big super kick, nobody home. Boot right to the mid, make that knee lift right to the midsection, and now here comes an opportunity for the Viking Raiders to turn the tables right here.
You know, he sets him up on top of that turnbuckle. What's he got in mind here? He's hammering away on him.
And a big headbutt right to the midsection. Uso is in trouble. Here's a double team.
Oh, that's gotta be it.
That could be very well the last part of the match right here. Referee's down, goes for the count, and a 2 count, and somehow the Usos escape. The referee gets taken out.
The referee is out cold right now, and that means anything can go. There's nobody to maintain order, and he wasn't doing that great a job to begin with.
And now Jimmy Uso on the receiving end. Or is that Jay? I swear to God, I can't tell the difference. Belly to back suplex, and he takes him down. Lunging tag is made, and now the fresh man comes in. Big forearm shot to the head. Winds up the arm, now comes up with a DDT, drops him. Oh, and he's gonna go for it again.
Here's that submission again. He winds it up, and now bending that back in an unnatural position.
Save is made, and you're right, that is not an angle that the human body was ever meant to turn on. He goes for the cover now, hooks the leg, gets 2.
Very close on that 2 count, and he can't even believe it.
Drop kick catches him right in the face. The Viking Raiders are very close right now. This could be an opportunity for them to take a big win over the Usos. Cover.
Another save is made. I'll tell you, both of these teams have made saves that would have otherwise ended the match had they not.
That full Nelson lift into a back kick midair. Goes for the cover, doesn't hook the leg, but does it matter? No, it doesn't. The Viking Raiders get a big win over the Usos.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that's going to go down in a lot of people's books, perhaps as an upset. I don't know that it should, though. The Viking Raiders are an accomplished tag team. They're world-renowned, and now they've really put themselves on the map right here in the WWE, the new WWE.
I have to agree with you, too, wholeheartedly. Taking a big win away from an established team like the Usos is going to go a long way for the Viking Raiders.
Here are your winners, Ivar and Eric, the Viking Raiders.
Ivar and Eric, the Viking Raiders, victorious. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. Plenty more action still to come here on Raw. All right, fans, we are back, and the television champion is here.
All right, let's get to business, shall we? It's been a busy 15 minutes. I've been fired and rehired. You see, when you're the television champion, you can't just be let go, especially by a guy who no longer has the stroke that he used to have. Now let's talk about what's happening here in the WWE. Let's talk about what's happening with Joe Hennig. That's right, Joe Hennig. It took Ted DiBiase to remind me of who the hell I am. I am not a B-team member, and I never was. I am third generation, and they say talent skips a generation. No. Perfection only gets better. See, my grandfather accomplished a lot in this business, but not as much as my father. And I will tell you right now that I am going to do more than my father did, and I'm going to raise the bar of the Hennig name right here in the WWE. No matter who likes it or who doesn't. I am the television champion, and I'm going to be the longest lasting, most title defending champion the WWE's ever seen. But I am not settling for that title alone. I am going to use that to catapult myself to the top of the list where I should have always been. And that is when things will take that final turn. Where my father wasn't quite able to take the WWE World title, I will. So whoever the champion is at any given point in time, know this. Joe Hennig is coming for you. And I am better than perfect.
All right, fans, we are back, and we're going to get an opportunity right now to take a look at the WWE Tag Team Champions in just a moment. Well, look at this.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Punjab, India, weighing in at 238 pounds,
Jinder Mahal making his return here to the WWE. We haven't seen him in a long time.
Well, he's a former World Heavyweight Champion. And much along the lines of the Joe Hennig story, you know, he was a B-team player as well for a long time. Broke out of the mold, managed to make his way as the World Heavyweight Champion. So it's not like there isn't a path of success to be had here in the WWE.
And that was a different day. This is a new day right here. Speaking of the New Day, we're about to see them in a moment and find out who their new partner is.
Well, that's one thing about the big lottery and the draft. The shakeup broke up teams, broke up friendships and alliances, and that's what it's all about. Now people are going to have to make new friends and new alliances.
From Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 244 pounds,
Well, he considers himself a member of the Fashion Police.
I feel like the Village people are missing an idiot. Or maybe a long-lost member.
Well, no doubt about it. Fandango, since he has come here to the WWE, has danced to his own music, to say the least.
Quite the character, I won't take that away from him. And I know what it really matters is what you do once you're inside this squared circle. And let's not take anything away from this guy. He can wrestle.
No doubt about it. And this is an opportunity, though, for him to prove himself in a six-man tag match with two partners that he's never tagged up with before, going up against a team that is a little bit more familiar with one another. At least 2 out of 3 of them are. And here comes their six-man partner, Cole Quinn.
And their partner from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 210 pounds, Cole Quinn.
Well, it's about time we find out what's happening with the New Day, and we're about to now. Well, where are they?
Talk about making people wait.
It's a new day. Yes,
Oh, here we go. That's Titus O'Neil.
Titus O'Neil is a new member of the New Day.
and their opponents at a combined weight of 760 pounds. The Big E, Xavier Woods, and Titus O'Neil, the New Day.
Titus O'Neil has joined forces with Xavier Woods and Big E.
Well, that's an interesting turn of events right there. We haven't seen Titus O'Neil in any kind of a meaningful role in a long time, and now being a member of the team that holds the Tag Team Championship.
Obviously, the title's not on the line here tonight, as this is a six-man match.
This crowd chanting New Day rocks. I'm not so sure about that, but we'll find out.
And now Big E gets things started off with Jinder Mahal, who makes his return. Oh, and he caught him on the way up. Look at this. Big E's got him up in the air. Power bomb. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, now he's just telling him to get back up like he's got something else in mind for him.
Spine buster, and he plants him, and welcome back to the WWE, Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, he might want to think about going back out after this.
Here's a tag made, and now look at this. Xavier Woods from the top rope. Double foot stomp to the chest. And now Xavier Woods with that neck breaker, and Jinder is in trouble.
I'll say he is. I'll tell you right now, he's getting his bell rung.
And now he cuts him with a small package roll up. And out the back door.
Well, that would have been a huge upset right there, I believe.
Well, again, former world champion, it wouldn't be necessarily an upset that he were to get a win, but to pull it off like that after being just manhandled.
Well, he tried right there going into his own corner, which was a smart move, but it's not paid off very well. And now look at this, tagging himself in the match.
And just like that, all the way to the floor he goes. Xavier Woods, what's he doing? Going all the way up to the top rope is Xavier Woods. And now here's the leap. Nobody home.
He went for broke, and that's exactly what he got.
And now Fandango with a beg your pardon, a suplex here on the floor.
Well, that's an advantage right there. You talk about eternal momentum. There it is.
And now the tag made, and we get our first look at Titus O'Neil as a member of the New Day. Irish whip sends him into the turnbuckle, and there he goes. Up in the air. And now drops him headfirst into the turnbuckle.
Well, we're seeing a little bit of everything here this week on Monday Night Raw. We've got tag team action. We've got six-man tag team action. We're going to have the ladies in action in a little while.
And again, tagging himself into this match. This time it is Xavier Woods. And there's a tag made. Our first look now at Cole Quinn. To the ropes he goes, and now Xavier Woods. Oh, what a move right there.
Yeah, he just drove him head first right down to the canvas. Nice move right there by Woods. I like that very much.
That spinning neck breaker. That'll do some damage. Elbow finds the mark. And now Xavier Woods has him up on his back. What's he going to do here? Into the cutter.
A version of the TKO. Cole Quinn right now is really having it handed to him, and look at him right back up to his feet, but maybe that was a mistake.
I'll say it was.
Hey, who are you supposed to have in Cole's corner this week?
It'll actually be on SmackDown this week, and I don't know for sure.
That's right. Mr. McSham likes to surprise you, doesn't he? He really likes you a lot.
Well, I feel like we get along.
You keep telling yourself that, buddy.
Oh, what a big suplex right there. Belly to belly. Hooks the leg, and Cole Quinn close enough to the ropes to get out. And a tremendous clothesline.
Well, you see both members of Cole Quinn's team try to get the tag, get him out of there, but that's not happening.
Here's the tag now made. Double team, and like Titus O'Neil off the top rope. What is he going to do? Oh, my goodness.
Over 255 pounds of him.
Well, perhaps the New Day made a very good choice in signing Titus O'Neil.
Nice move right there by Cole Quinn. Follows it up with an elbow drop, and now suddenly the tide has turned.
Well, speaking of turning the tide, there's an Irish whip reversal, and Titus O'Neil brings him in the hard way. Scoops him up in the air, down across the knee for a backbreaker, and another.
And now he just throws him away like a toy. Titus O'Neil's a monster of a man, and I'll tell you right now, they couldn't have done much better with the selection.
Power slam, he caught him coming in. Titus has him up in the air. What's he going to do? Again, that knee backbreaker. And he hurls him. Cole Quinn slowly getting back up. Sit out powerbomb, and that should be it. There's 1, 2, and 3. No, he didn't get him.
I'm not sure how Cole Quinn managed to kick out of that. I don't think he even knows.
There's a desperation tag made to Fandango. And now he takes a shot at the referee.
It's open season right now.
Big E, the legal man in the ring, and a steamroller. Hooks the leg, that could be it right there. Fandango kicks out on one.
Well, at least he hooked the leg, but I'll tell you, Fandango, give credit where credit is due. That was a powerful hit. It would have put a lot of other people down, no doubt about that.
Big suplex right there, nicely done. To the ropes he goes, and now what's Big E gonna do? Oh, that splash, and he hooks the leg. Will that be enough?
He got a 2 count.
Cole Quinn blocks it. From the top rope, Big E with a splash. Oh, he brought up the knees.
I was just about to lose it right there. You see a near 300-pound man going off the top rope like that. It doesn't happen every day.
1 count and Big E kicks out the back door. There's a scoop, there's a slam. He's got him up in the air now. What's he gonna do?
Big E right now starting to feel it. Fandango's about to feel it.
He's got him up. And this could be it. Oh, that's all. The big ending. Hooks the leg. And just like that, your winners are the New Day.
Well, that's an impressive debut, in my opinion, when it comes to Titus O'Neil. Seems to be a pretty good fit. They gave up a lot of speed when it comes to Kofi Kingston, but now they've got this massive power.
And he showed during the match he can still get around the ring pretty well for a big man, no doubt about that.
Well, it changes the outlook of the New Day. They're now a powerhouse team.
Fans, stay with us. We'll be back with plenty more WWE action here on Raw on the Nation Network. All right, fans, in the ring this time is the world champion, Drew McIntyre.
All right, let me just say a few things real quickly. Since becoming the world champion, it's no surprise that there's a bullseye on my back. There are a lot of people out there that want a piece of what I've got. But I've worked way too hard to get to where I am right now. And I'm not giving it up without a fight. That is why you see me here week in and week out. I'm not like Brock Lesnar, who went and hid with that title for months at a time. But Brock, I'm gonna give you your due. Well, you're not here right now because you're licking your wounds. You deserve a return match. And anytime you want it, all you gotta do is come and ask. I'm not a hard man to find. Now that brings me to why we're here tonight. Because you see, I will be wrestling on a regular basis. The World Championship will be here. I am the lineage #1 champion in the world today. And that's a title that I hold very proudly and near and dear to my heart. So understand one thing.
Well, hold on just a moment.
Well, here's something that's exciting.
The Viper, Randy Orton, coming down to the ring, and boy, you talk about putting combustible energy together.
A lot of potential right here for something to go south quickly. I've known this guy since he was a kid. Me and his dad used to wrestle together.
Well, he's a man now, and he's a former world champion, and you have to wonder.
Drew, first off, I want to say congratulations on becoming the WWE Heavyweight Champion of the world. And you're right. From a lineage standpoint, that title is the title. I don't care what SmackDown's got, you're the man. Well, I appreciate that, brother. But something tells me you didn't come out here simply because you wanted to wish me good luck in my future endeavors as champion. I know you, Randy Orton, and I know one thing else. If you're standing in this ring, there's no way I'm ever gonna trust you.
Well, that's good. You shouldn't.
And you're right. I'm not here to blow sunshine up your ass. I'm here because you're the world champion and you say you're a fighting champion. I'm here in front of all these people to give you a chance to prove it. Why don't you put that title up against me? As I said earlier, I'm not a hard man to find, and you are a worthy opponent. Nobody's gonna take that away from you. Since you come out here like a man, face to face with me, and you told me what you want, you got it. I have no problem defending my championship against the very best, and you are one of the best. Well, I'll tell you this right now, this mutual admiration society, it's all well and good right now, but you better know something. I didn't earn the name Viper by accident. And you're right. Don't ever trust me. Don't take your eyes off me. But know this, when that bell rings, I will do everything I can to take that title away from you. I'd have it no other way. I want to be pushed to my limit. I want the world to know that I didn't just beat the beast, that I am the conqueror, that I am the world heavyweight champion. Well, they'll know that.
Oh, wait a minute, Randy Orton! The Viper strikes!
Well, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
And now Randy Orton going to work on the world champion. He's got a match later tonight. Tremendous uppercut. And now Orton with the elbow drop follows it up. And a clothesline. Fans will be back. Stay with us.
greatest legends versus the greatest superstars. The biggest, the eighth wonder of the world, the boldest. Look out! The strongest, unbelievable, the best. It's the greatest roster of all time. Hard hitting, high flying, over the top action. 2 generations, 1 ring. The greatest matchups haven't happened until now.
All right, fans, welcome back. More Monday Night Raw. Things got chaotic right after we went to break. The world champion Drew McIntyre got back to his feet, fought him off, did Randy Orton. Security had to come in and separate both men.
Making her way to the ring from San Jose, California, Bayley.
As we take a look at Bayley making her way down the aisle.
Well, Bayley's a great kid. You know what? She loves doing what she does. She's made it to the top of the ladder, and I have no doubt in my mind at some point in time she'll be back there once again.
Lacey Evans, she is your current WWE Raw Heavyweight Champion.
Well, that's the Raw Women's Champion. Get that right. You call her heavyweight, she might come out here and smack the taste out of your mouth.
I stand corrected. And things kick off as Bayley with a snapmare takeover. Both of these women at the top of their game right now. Of course, Lacey Evans recently taking that championship, though, at WrestleMania.
Well, Lacey Evans has proven time and time again she's learning very quickly in her craft. She's getting better and better each and every week out, and she has moved very quickly to the top of the food chain.
Dragging Bayley away from the ropes, thinks she's got her, but barely getting a 1 count on the former champion.
I'll give Lacey Evans some credit as well. Taking on Bayley in a one-on-one match, even though the title not on the line, she's really given herself an opportunity, because this, not only will she get better by wrestling against caliber of talent like this, but she's running the risk of a defeat here on television. When you're the champion, you don't want that.
Big clothesline by Bayley, takes her all the way out to the floor. head first into the guardrail. And now here, ringside there, battling it out right by our timekeeper.
Things getting a little bit out of control. The referee's count is up to 6 right now, and these two ladies better figure out how to get back in the ring. Otherwise, it's going to be a double count out.
Lacey Evans now with a back elbow right to the jaw.
Big boot to the midsection, and now Lacey Evans, she's going to go in and beat the count.
She breaks the count as she comes back outside and continues to go to work on Bayley.
There's a mean streak right now that I am seeing in Lacey Evans, and I kind of like it.
Not a surprise to hear that. Boy, I'll tell you right now, Lacey Evans really showing that she is not a fluke champion at all. And Bayley just got thrown into the steel steps. And now look at that, she mounts and starts hammering down on the head of Bayley. The referee counts them out. Both of these ladies failed to beat the count back in. All right, fans, welcome back. It is time for the television championship title match that we promised you at the beginning of the night that we almost didn't have.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Alexandria, Virginia, weighing in at 265 pounds, Mojo Rawley.
Well, here comes your challenger this week for the WWE Television Championship. Mojo Rawley, he's a big guy, a lot of energy, and I think he's going to give Joe Hennig all the challenge that he can handle.
Well, think about it. He was fired earlier tonight and then rehired moments later.
Yeah, it's got to be the quickest turnaround in corporate history.
Fans, we thank you all for joining us here on the Nation Network.
Accompanied by the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, from Champlin, Minnesota, weighing in at 228 pounds, one half of the Joe Hennig.
The reigning television champion, Joe Hennig.
Look what it says on the back, better than perfect.
Well, that's what he's here to prove right now. And that's going to be a hard road to hoe, but if anybody's capable of it, you're looking at the man. Ted DiBiase ringside with him. He's a man who has sparked something inside of Joe Hennig, perhaps something that he had forgotten about, something he had lost.
Well, to his point, his family lineage has always been of a high-ranking caliber, and for him not to be at that level.
He locks up quickly with Mojo Rawley. Snap suplex, takes him over, rolls over the collar. And you see DiBiase happy with what he's seeing so far. From behind now, he's got him. Oh, and he attacks that leg of Mojo Rawley. And just brought down the sledgehammer to the back. Series of right hands. And Rawley going down to one knee.
This is a different look at Joe Hennig. No more Curtis Axel. No more playing a role. Now he's just himself.
Mojo turning things around a little bit, getting momentum in his corner, using the turnbuckle pad to do it. Oh, and a big left.
Nice drop kick right there. Talk about better than perfect, no doubt about it.
Irish whip to the ropes, drop down he goes. He's got him up and oh, what a move right there. Hennig now telling him, get up to your feet.
Well, I believe Mojo Rawley was announced in at 265 or somewhere in that neighborhood. Hennig gives up a big size and strength advantage, but it's wrestling ability that's really giving him the opportunity to outdo that.
Here's the Irish whip, sends him over the top rope to the apron as DiBiase watching on closely, intently from ringside. Nice move right there. Hennig hooks the leg, gets one. And out the back door, Mojo still not done quite yet.
Well, he may be done soon, though, if he doesn't turn things around.
Hennig, what's he doing here? Going after the... Oh, he's going after the leg.
He's targeting the knee.
He definitely wants to do some damage here. And he has. Now the big boot finding its mark. Rawley not able to do much right now against him.
Well, he blocked the big right hand, and now Rawley comes up. Slams him into the turnbuckle, then throws him across the ring.
And he caught the foot and makes him pay the price. DiBiase shouting words. Commands, if you would, George Hennig. TV title on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Boot to the midsection, and now what's he going to do? There's a sunset flip. Shoulders are down. Referee in position. This could be it.
No, he manages to survive somehow.
Hennig stalking his prey. There's the axe attack. Taking a page out of the book of his father, his grandfather. And it worked.
Boy, oh boy, Larry the Axe Hennig used to use that move, and I've been on the receiving end of it once or twice. I'll tell you right now, that'll knock your lights out.
And it did right here. Mojo Rawley still trying to figure out what happened. Close call right there. And unfortunately, the replay doesn't capture what happened.
Here is your winner, Joe Hennig.
Tremendous victory for Joe Hennig, and still the television champion. Fans, stay with us. We still have our main event to come. We'll be right back with more Monday Night Raw here on the Nation Network. All right, fans, welcome back. It is time for our main event. We want to welcome you and invite you to stick around when this one is over, as we're going to go live to Ringside Rhetoric immediately following Monday Night Raw here on the Nation Network. As we get ready to see the entrance. Wait a minute, what the heck's going on here? Randy Orton's in the ring.
2K20 at its best right here.
McIntyre. All right, fans. We'll be back in just a moment with Ringside Rhetoric. Thank you, 2K20. You suck. All right, welcome back, everybody. So much for the main event. 2K20, I swear to God, they could fuck up a wet dream. I want to thank you guys for chilling out with me this morning. I got to make a couple of quick bumps here real fast. If I can find what I'm looking for. All right, going down the list. Blaze, thank you for joining. Infrared TV, thank you for joining us here. Ricky J. Curran, thank you. Monkey Juice, just the name alone, right? Appreciate you guys being here. Matthew Soper, always a pleasure, my friend. William Weir in the house, thank you, buddy. Infrared's funny guy. I knew it was a matter of time talking back about Vince McMahon showing back up. I'll be honest, it really wasn't part of my original plan, but stick around. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe. Thank you, Ricky, for the review of Jesse the Body. That's always been one of my favorite voices to play with. The new Apollo Crews, Bobby Lashley, and MVP. Not sure yet what I'm going to maybe do with that, because some of the stuff they're doing has potential. I know they'll fuck it up at the end, but that's one of those things that definitely has potential. I could definitely get behind working with something like that. I don't know where my draft, I have to look at my draft card and see where they ended up. They might not be on the same brand here on this one. Viking Raiders, big victory earlier tonight over the established team of the Usos. And I swear to God, I could not think of the names of the Viking Raiders because I just have not watched any of their matches at all. So I knew it was Eric and Ivar. I just didn't know who was who. So I got to work on that part. Matt enjoyed the promo. Thank you, buddy. I feel like what I'm doing with Joe Hennig right now, that's one of the biggest things that has frustrated me with the WWE for a long, long time. And if you've been a long-time subscriber to this channel, going back to when it was one of the channels prior to this, which I think you can even still find a lot of that video stuff. That channel was shut down, but then all of a sudden it was re-upped somehow, but I have no way of getting into it. It's like the password is so expired. It was back before Google owned it. So my email address for that account doesn't go to a Google account. Therefore, there's no way to change the password or to log into the account. So if you do a search for Invasion's End, you'll find my older content. And there's still another channel prior to that that got shut down for copyright strikes based on some stuff I was doing with a TNA crossover. But I believe on that last channel that I mentioned that is still accessible, you'll see that I was using Joe Hennig way back in the day when he was a kid just breaking in. I've always been a big fan, always thought that he should have been booked more as a Shane Douglas type, and definitely should have been wearing a title. Let's be serious. Yeah, Universe fucked up again. It was supposed to be a run-in. Randy was supposed to jump him, I guess, at some point. I booked it as a run-in before the match is all so what it was going to do, I don't know. Then all of a sudden, I am Randy Orton, and I'm like, okay, let me grab a chair and beat the hell out of him with it. And then I can't pull a chair out from under the ring, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway because Drew's just standing there catatonic. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this a little bit. I just needed a break from doing the same old, same old. I've got that whole roster I put together for WCW, and I will get into some of it because there were some parts of that I did want to play with. But I've just been doing that same stuff for so many years that I'm kind of torched on it. Oop, I got to run. And I'm back. The joy of live streaming and having somebody knock on your door because they were looking for somebody else. Oh, never mind, I got the wrong house. It's like, yeah, fuck you. Anyway, yeah, I just needed a break from doing the same old, and watching today's product. Now, granted, empty arena, there's nobody, including me or anybody else, that's going to book a quality product in an empty arena. This is wrestling. You require an audience. If you don't have that feedback, then you don't know what's working, what's not working, and it just doesn't have the right vibe. Even the UFC, I haven't seen any of the fight that they put on, I guess, Saturday night, whatever it was recently. I haven't seen any of it, but I can tell you right now, it's not going to be any good. If you don't have an audience, it's not the same. And theirs is legit. I mean, guys are really fighting each other and trying to beat the shit out of each other. You have to have the audience. That's all there is to it. And I'll tell you what, I've actually watched AEW pretty consistently for the last several weeks now because they've got it right. Even if you only put 10 people in the building and space them out and make sure that they're making a lot of noise, and if it's a small enough building with a good echo factor, that helps. It makes a world of difference. Can't figure out why the WWE hasn't figured that out yet. Also haven't figured out why the WWE locker room is pitching such a fit, it appears anyway, over the fact that they're going out there doing tapings and stuff. Do you see what the competition's doing? They're kicking your ass. And they don't have half the talent. They don't have a third the talent. But you don't see AEW people bitching and moaning. They're like, hey, we got a job to do. Let's go to work. And I think a lot of people are starting to feel that way. Infrared. So what? UFC had 2 fights? Yeah, it can't be the same. You need a live audience, man. There's just no way that can work. By the way, y'all seen that Mike Tyson's going to come out and do some more fighting? holy shit, man. Look at him in those and I've been saying this for a long time. I still say he should have come back out when, what's that douchebag's name? Klitschko, when he was a champion. It's like Mike Tyson fuck him up. That guy wasn't a good champion at all. He just happened to come around when there was no heavyweight division, nobody to beat. He never beat anybody at caliber. Nowadays, right now, if you go up to 100 people on the street and ask them who the heavyweight champion of the world is in boxing, they have no clue. But back in the day, you knew it was Muhammad Ali. You knew it was Leon Spinks. You knew it was George Foreman. You knew it was Mike Tyson, damn sure. Larry Holmes. These were all names that everybody knew because there was a heavyweight division. That died with Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson. Fight night card on Plus. Now, wait a minute. Last night was also UFC, or was that boxing? Here's my thing about this. When you hear about all these locker rooms making, crying that we being forced to perform and blah, 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 blah. First off, you're not forced to do a damn thing, number one. Number two, with the checks and balances that are in place, I can't help but say I feel like you're just being a bitch. Now, if you haven't had your head up your ass and been paying attention to what's going on in the world, most of the numbers have been tremendously skewed and are inaccurate. So the fact of the matter is there an ailment out there that causes a lot of distress on your bronchial system and things like that? Yes, it exists. Is it the kiss of death if you get it? Absolutely not. It is highly treatable, and the number of people infected by it are less than the common flu. The problem is, especially in our country, hospitals are given financial compensation for putting COVID on a death certificate, which is absolutely ludicrous because now all you're doing is encouraging them to lie about numbers. So all of a sudden you see these huge numbers of death from COVID when they actually broke their neck falling down a flight of stairs. It's ridiculous. Businesses need to open. People need to go back to work. This shit needs to stop. And for those of you in a locker room that have separation being provided to you, medical attention being provided to you before, during, and after, be thankful you have a job to go to. Shut up and do your job. That's the way I feel about it. UFC did 2 in 2 nights. Holy cow. Dedication. Of course, there was also the big news on Monday night, and it was really cool. I had a funny feeling watching it on the replay. Well, not replay. It was on YouTube. I saw the clip. And seeing the way it all happened, I was pretty sure, and then they came out afterwards saying that I was right, that nobody knew what Becky's announcement was. And at first, I was kind of like, Asuka's kind of, overly celebrating for herself in that moment. And I don't think she really got it at first. I think it was a moment before it really, and keep in mind, English is not her first language. And then I think it finally hit her what she said. So it was really cool that that's how she found out and that she didn't even know the title was in the briefcase. Infrared. Tropical storm I am not aware of. Let me take a quick look at this. What tropical storm we got? By the way, the tropical storm, we might as well start blaming that on Trump now so that we don't have to wait for the news to do it. Wow, look at that. First depression of storm of 2020 expected to form. Well, that's a pretty big circular area of opportunity there. We'll see what happens, though. I guess I'll start paying a little more attention to the weather. Being here in the Sunshine State, I need to know what I needs to know. All right, guys. Well, as I said, thank you for checking this out. I hope you're enjoying the new and improved WWE. I've been having some fun with that because, again, today's product doesn't have to suck. It just happens to suck. And it's not the in-ring performers that are responsible. It's this horrible writing staff that they have of people that know nothing about professional wrestling. They've got people on there who have written for shows like 90210 and daytime soap opera and crap like that. It's a different world, guys. And for someone like McMahon not to realize that, I don't know. It's just amazing to me. Truly amazing to me that he would let the things happen to the company that have been happening. So, short of him being removed from his seat of authority, I don't see anything getting better anytime soon. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. I'll be back with some more content in the very near future. And until then, from ringside, Mick Sham saying so long, everyone.